He doesn't know nothing either. That's the problem.
I gave her Officer Sunday's number.
There you go. I'm going to go ahead and start reading. Good morning. Good morning. My microphone on? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. There we go. All right. Today is Monday, June 6th. This hearing of the local Alcoholic Beverage Board of Marion County is now in session. My name is Tyler Graves, and I serve as the president of the board. At this meeting, we will function as four boards. We will hear cases in Speedway, Beech Grove, Lawrence, and then the rest of Marion County, Indianapolis. To my immediate left, appointed by the Indianapolis City County Council, is Ms. Barbara Howard. To my right, representing the city of Indianapolis, is Mr. Peter Luster. Serving as secretary of this board is Excise Officer Miss Amy Saunier Wainscott. Not with us today, but representing the town of Speedway is Mr. Robert Staten, and for Beech Grove is Shirley Chalice. This meeting is being broadcast live on Channel 16 and will be rebroadcast several times in the coming weeks. You are on television. The board requests that you act accordingly. At this time, please silence your cell phones so you do not interrupt the hearing. If you find it necessary to take a call or to have a conversation with someone here with you, please be respectful of others and step out into the hallway. Here is the order in which we will conduct business this morning. We will first ask individuals who have come to remonstrate to give us your name and the name and address of the business you are here to remonstrate against. Then we will ask for permit holders that are present at the hearing because they have a renewal without remonstrators and no violations to come forward. If everything is in order, you'll be free to leave. Next, we will call all applicants for new or transfer applications on today's docket. We will then call renewals on today's docket which have violations or remonstrators. After we finish today's published docket, we will consider the cases that have been continued from a previous hearing. All of those coming before the board today, whether you're an applicant, representing the applicant, or are here to remonstrate, will testify under oath. Officer Saunier will now administer the oath.
Please raise your right hand. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any answers you might give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Applicants appearing in Marion County are required to have 4 items before the board can hear your case. We cannot and will not hear your case if you do not have these 4 items. The affidavit of compliance of posting the permit advertising sign from the ATC for at least 10 days prior to the meeting hearing. The second, the affidavit of compliance or notice sent to the property owners and neighborhood organizations that you sent written notice to about today's hearing. The third, the zoning affidavit obtained from the Department of Metropolitan Development. And the fourth, the Marion County tax clearance form from the Indiana Department of Revenue. If you do not have all of these items, please let us know when you come forward.
In addition to those documents, if you're a new or a transfer, you are required to have a final inspection completed before the permit can be made active. You will need to contact me to schedule that inspection. I will not contact you. It is not my responsibility. You will need to contact me. Otherwise, it will not get scheduled. If you will not be ready for that inspection prior to the Commission's hearing on June 21st, you will need to complete an escrow form. I have those at the end of the table. When we hear your case, if you need an escrow form, you can complete that and give that to me before you leave today.
Okay, let me get organized here a little better. Okay, we are going to start today, Board 4 for Speedway. We'll call a renewal DL 4931932, TWG BRL LLC, doing business as Big Red Liquors, number 232. Oh, this is without violations.
Yeah.
Yep, these are, good morning.
Morning, morning.
These are renewals without violations, so therefore I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
You're done.
Thank you.
Calling DL 4932487, Aldi, Indiana LP, doing business as Aldi 77 at 2502 Founders Square Drive. This is a renewal without violations, therefore I make a motion to renew.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. That takes care of Speedway. Moving to Beech Grove, calling RR 4930296, DMAN, Demon Incorporated, at the, doing business as the Grove Sports and Eatery at 3206 East Emerson Avenue. This is a renewal without violation, therefore I make a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. That takes care of Beech Grove. Moving on to Lawrence. Calling RC 4903262, Indian Lake Country Club, doing business as Indian Lake Country Club at 10502 East 75th Street. It's a renewal without violations, therefore I make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Calling RR 4935419, Caribbean Mexican Restaurant Incorporated, doing business as Caribbean Mexican Restaurant at 8855 Pendleton Pike. This is a renewal without violations, therefore I make a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Calling RR 4937554, Beer Baron LLC, doing business as Triton Brewing Company at 5764 Wheeler Road, renewal without violations, therefore I make a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Calling RR 4935488, The Parched Panda LLC, doing business as Porter Books and Bread, at 5719 Lawton Loop East Drive 101. Renewal without violation, therefore I make a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Calling RR 4936920, EDG 52 Inc., doing business as Eddie's Sports Pub at 9105 East 56th Street.
This is a renewal with a violation, but I believe is it still pending?
No, it's been paid.
It's been,
Actually,
it was deferred.
the violation was deferred.
Deferred. Did you guys sign and?
Yeah,
and-
that's turned into jury.
Okay, because last I saw it hadn't been signed and returned yet.
Yeah, maybe Tim hasn't processed it yet.
Okay.
Because I know I brought it down myself.
Okay.
A week ago.
Okay, but it's been submitted?
Yes.
Okay, so this was a violation which the commission is, or the prosecutor is allowed to be deferred. So we can basically hear it as a renewal without
We
violation.
can hear it as a renewal without. All right, well, therefore I make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And a new permit, calling RH 4930231, Lawrence Hotel Group LLC, doing business as True by Hilton at 5660 Lawrence Village Parkway.
Morning.
Good morning.
They aren't here yet?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't get a name right.
Thank you.
Greg Generick with Bradford and Riley. With me is Angela, who's the general manager.
I'm operations manager with General Hotels Corporation.
Okay, nice to meet you.
No other permits in the state.
How many?
Probably about 10.
10 permits in the state?
Yeah.
How many violations?
One that I recall of, serving on Christmas Day, when it was illegal to serve on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay. Well, first and foremost, for all new applicants, we have a list of questions that we ask, and we'll just ask that you answer those loud enough to pick them up on the microphone.
Okay.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Someone prepared it for me.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
I have not reviewed it.
You have not?
No, but
Corporate office did.
corporate office has.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner, as far as you know?
As far as I know, yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No.
The question is, are you the sole owner of the business?
No.
Okay. Were all of the other members listed on the application?
Yes.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like,
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your permit establishment any time without a warrant?
yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
Yes.
Yes. Are you applying for limited separation?
No, they are, Two Bay Hilton has a marketplace where they have a small, like, store inside the hotel. Alcohol will be in a locked cabinet. So if someone wants to purchase alcohol, the employee will go there, unlock it, and give it to the employee after they paid for it.
Okay.
So it's not really a bar area, it's
Yeah.
almost a convenience store inside of the
Yeah,
hotel?
They serve breakfast, they have a food, but there's no alcohol is served with their food service. It's only in the marketplace.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have a policy for checking IDs?
We do, yes.
What does that policy state?
That we would check IDs for anybody that's purchasing.
What happens to an employee if they do serve a minor?
They'll be disciplined and not be able to, continue with that.
Is that part of a written policy?
It is, yes.
So there's a fine to the employee, or is there?
There's not a fine to the employee, no.
Okay. How many violations can they have before they're terminated?
I would say 2.
Okay. We're just asking. All right. Any further questions from the board?
Is it currently under construction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, when do you plan to open?
Right now, the date is August 2nd.
Okay.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, and I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 4938683 Y&K Studio LLC, doing business as Maru Studio at 8015 Pendleton Pike, Suite K.
It's a transfer.
I'm his friend, I'm just an interpreter.
Wonderful.
He doesn't speak any English.
Okay. Do you have the application and all the information?
Yeah.
You can bring that up here and provide that to the officer.
One thing, we apply joining and.
You don't have that back yet? Obviously up here, ma'am. So we have to have this one back. So have you sent a copy to this address yet?
They don't have it. There's gotta be a way. Maybe you just have to, yeah, if you look, hers has groove.
Everything else looks good.
If it helps, that chair was here when I got it. I sat in that chair. Pays to be on top. Her and I get here and we start moving chairs around, we test them out. Or no, that chair was here, so your chair.
What's that Miami Garden about today?
Did you?
Keeps throwing her head. The baby showered in there. And I'm like, I'm coming this place first. And I just pulled one bus out. This guy. I did.
Is it
Continued.
continued? All right. All right, Mr. Luster, we can start on the new permits. Make sure you hit those.
Yep. Calling RR 493-8663, Jamie Marie Farner? Farner. That's what I thought at first. What am I against it?
This is actually two applications, because there's also a transfer.
Yes. Do the first transfer. Do you
Oh,
wanna call
this
them
is the,
both?
oh, I see it,
This is-
okay.
I was gonna say, which one? Oh,
There's a-
these are
Which one?
first.
This is a location,
Do I call this
pending
Uh,
concept to determine.
This one is attached to that one, I guess.
Okay.
Right, so I'll tell you what that is in a second. So David Rothenberg with McKean Law, I've got with me Jamie today. So she actually bid on this permit at auction under her name, but then after she won it, decided for liability reasons it made more sense to be under an LLC. So she just created the Jamie Farner LLC. So it's also a transfer into that LLC.
Should I call this out real quick?
Yes.
Also, calling RR 493-8681, Jamie Farner LLC.
Yeah.
So basically, Jamie just took advantage of the auction here. She has kind of a concept pending. She wants to open a restaurant that's kind of like has pub food, but not sure on a location yet. But definitely is looking around. I don't think she's got, any specific place targeted at this point, but kind of has feelers out there. She didn't want to really start till she was able to get the application.
Sure.
But, she doesn't want to hold this thing. She wants to get it going, make it active as soon as possible.
So, ma'am, you'll have to come back and, yeah, you're going to have to come back to us
Okay.
after you find your permit. Today, we'll
Okay.
just be issuing the permit to your LLC.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Do you have a policy for checking IDs?
Not yet, but I will.
Okay. And is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Yes.
Ms. Howard has some questions.
Okay, thank you.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Someone prepared it for me.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes, ma'am.
Were all
To the
the
best of
ans-
my ability.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you the only owner of the business?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
There will be when we decide on a location.
Okay. Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
Well, she's not sure
Yeah.
yet, but whenever the concept comes together, she'll apply if that's, part of the business plan.
Okay. And are you applying for limited separation? The same answer?
Same.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So you don't have a policy, but you'll give some thought to that? Okay, well, then I'm comfortable at this point, being that you have to come back in front of the board, to ask if we have a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve in a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
So we're taking care
Is
of
that
that.
for both?
Yeah,
Okay.
What was that?
that's for both.
Okay, great.
This is for the Kips Pub also?
No, this is for
Where's the other one?
Thank
the
you.
very
Down the
first
transfer.
transfer. So it's
Calling
That one.
RR 493-8672, Roosters Restaurant Group LLC, doing business as Roosters Kitchen, 888 Massachusetts Avenue.
that one.
Okay. There it is.
You're welcome.
Again, David Rothenberg with McKean Law. I've got with me Ross Katz, he's the owner of Roosters. Roosters is a restaurant at the end of Mass Ave. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, kind of near Bottle Works now.
Why are we skipping?
They've actually had a two-way permit since 2016. They haven't had any violations. Their policy is 35 and under, automatic termination if you serve a minor, but they've not really had any problems. It's a restaurant. There is a bar there, but it's not, it's like, a restaurant with a bar. It's not a bar that you're going to with a group of friends to go hang out and drink. They have, as I said, they've had a two-way. At the auction, They got a three-way because obviously it's more advantageous to have a three-way.
Roosters.
They've just been so expensive in Marion County that they took advantage of the auction now to upgrade that permit. They'll probably just let that two-way go since Marion County has plenty of two-ways. The floor plan hasn't changed whatsoever. It's all the same. It's just they're getting a three-way instead of a two-way. I don't know if that means the officer needs to come back and do another inspection at some point in time, but it's pretty much, I mean, it is the exact same floor
Yeah,
plan.
just submit a letter.
I did submit a letter,
Okay,
so
okay. Then, yeah, it should be good.
happy to answer. Ross, can
How
answer
long have
any
you had your license? It was
Since 2016.
2016, and you have no violations?
No, sir.
All right, and they're just moving from a two-way to a three-way. Pretty straightforward. Any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8652, Nicholas McDonald.
Oh, that's location pending. That one's been
Okay.
continued, requested to continue.
All right. Calling RR 493-8653, Master GSM Inc., doing business as El Sol Azteca.
So they have two, but we'll need to hear them one at a time.
Okay.
We'll just have him.
Thank you. This is the
Also,
pending location.
okay, I'll call it after this.
Yeah, we'll just hear, and he can just stay
Yep.
here. All right. Sir, what is your name? You can have a seat.
Glenn Mendoza.
Mendoza?
Yes.
Mr. Mendoza, is this the first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
No, we have a two-way license since 2011-12, I guess.
How many violations do you have on that license?
One mistake, somebody give us a gift and I keep it in the kitchen.
Oh,
And it
somebody
was
gave you,
a junkie, no violation at all.
Oh.
That was something that like, it was a cheap wine or something that it was left on the kitchen. And when my friends from that size came and looked at that, and they took us it was not like a violation, but
A warning?
something like that I don't supposed to have any kind of.
purchased alcohol. All right, that's the third phone this morning. If we could go ahead and mute our phones like we had asked earlier, that'd be fantastic.
So this restaurant, you have a two-way there already, a beer and wine there already?
Yeah.
And you're going from a beer and wine to beer, wine, and liquor?
Three-way.
You bought it, did you purchase this at the auction?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so you've had your license since 2012, you have no violations, you have a warning, and you're moving from a two-way to a three-way?
Yes.
All right.
And I have another pending location as well too. I have to.
We'll get to that one.
We're going to hear this case, and then you just stay right where you're at. We'll call the next one, and we'll take care of that. All right. Any questions from the board?
No changes to the floor plan?
Not at all.
Okay, so what I'll have you do, I'll give you my card, and I'll have you submit a letter stating that you haven't made any changes to the floor plan instead of me coming out to do an inspection, okay?
All right. Hearing, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Also calling RR 493-8655, Master GSM Inc., location pending.
All right. So what are we doing with this license?
With this, we gotta find out the right spot, to open a new location.
Will this one be your beer and wine? The license you had, then you got the
No,
three-way?
this is three-way.
3-1.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
have two licenses now?
Yeah.
And you're just looking for a location? Do you understand that once you find that location, you have to come back in front of the board?
Yes, with a whole bunch of paper requirements.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
A
yeah.
whole bunch of people.
Okay. He'll be back in front of us. Any questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
And I'll give you this, sir.
Calling RR 493-8659, Natural State Provisions LLC, Address 414 Dorman Street.
What is natural state provisions?
I don't know. Morning, Greg.
Morning. Greg Gendrick with Bradford and Riley again. With me is Alicia Sweet. She was before you in April, applying for a beer wine license for this location. Went to auction and received a three-way permit. This is the application for the three-way. So they're going to surrender the two-way back and opening hopefully in sometime July, August timeframe with the three-way permit.
Was the previous license your only license?
No.
How many licenses do you hold?
Well, we have another restaurant, another LLC.
Another restaurant? How long have you had that license?
4 years.
Yeah. about
4 years? How many violations do you have?
0.
0. What is your policy for checking IDs?
You check IDs, the person looks, I say 35 or younger.
Is it a written policy?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have, I know you followed the question. What happens if you do get someone who's underage and you serve them is you get fired. We've had 0 violations and we plan to keep it that way.
Wonderful. Just curious, what's natural state provisions?
It's gonna be a counter service restaurant, so.
Okay. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none. Do we have a motion?
Oh, motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 4938661 Big Woods Simon Indy LLC, doing business as Big Woods Pizza, 8702 Keystone Crossing, Suite 111C.
Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Scott Bedwell, consultant with Bose, McKinney and Evans. Also, I always like to say that I am retired Indiana State Excise Police. I'm proud of that. I'm here with Rick Herberts today, the GM for Big Woods. There are currently 10 Big Woods that he supervises in Indiana. This is an auction permit that we purchased a couple of months ago. As you know, we were here, I believe in the fall for another location at the Fashion Mall. So we'll have 2 permits at the Fashion Mall. So we're looking forward to get that going. We're looking at probably July for this permit. You know, they've had a really good record. They've had, I think, 1 violation for all 10 restaurants, and
that's it. That's been over a year ago. Yeah.
Right.
What was that?
Do you have the correct zoning form?
Let me see. It's coming to you.
Okay.
Thank you. So they have a great record. 1 violation, their policy is if they have a violation, someone serves a minor, they are warned, retrained. If it happens again, they're terminated. Is that correct?
Correct.
How many employees will you have at this location, Rick?
Approximately 40.
Okay. What will the hours of operation be?
We will mirror seasonal, but 11 o'clock opening, 10 o'clock closed during the week, 11 p.m. Friday, Saturday.
How many employees will you have?
Approximately 40.
Okay, good. You know, they've done a great job. It's pretty much similar. I think the food concept is what you have at other locations, I believe, at Speedway.
Noblesville, yeah.
So this is your second location in the same food court?
Yes.
Yeah, this will go where Shapiro's used to be at the Fashion Mall. I don't know if you're familiar with that. They closed, so it'll be going in that spot.
Correct.
And just curious as to why you'd want 2 locations in the same
The other
food court.
location's focused on, it's the bar, Hard Truth.
So that'll be
So
just.
it's branding our Hard Truth brand.
So that'd be just 21 and over.
Correct.
And then will this location have a bar at all?
Yes, it'll have a small bar.
It'll have a small bar, so you'll have limited separation in there.
Right.
Yes.
That's correct. And we'll also be applying for carryout.
Okay. Any further questions from the board?
What's the capacity?
Going to see, I believe, about 115.
Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed you had 40 employees. That means the capacity would be pretty large.
That, for the type of kitchen we run, yeah. I mean, that's driven mainly by the kitchen.
Sure.
And the hours run along the same time as the mall.
They do. We have an exterior entrance from the back parking lot, so we have our own entrance.
Okay.
All right, I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Have a good day.
Calling RR 493-8668, the District Theater, Inc., doing business as the District Theater, 627 Massachusetts Avenue.
Good morning.
Greg Genrick with Bradford and Riley. With me is Pauline Moffett, who's the executive director, District Theater. They currently hold a beer wine license. They've had since 2008. No violations. Just up when they went to the auction for a three-way license.
I think we're going to hear a lot of that.
Yes.
Anything's changing? Is this going from a two-way to a three-way? You have no violations, no floor plan changes?
No floor plan change.
Okay, let's not make it harder than it has to be.
Oh.
Any questions from the board?
You're currently open and operating, right?
Correct.
Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
Thank you.
Second?
Motion to approve and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Ms. Moppett, have a great day.
Thank you.
We will now. Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8669, Ethnic Foods Corporation, doing business as Aroma Indian Cuisine, 4905 through 07 North College Avenue.
She is en route. You can wait for her.
Move it to the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Took care of roosters already.
Yep. Calling RR 493-8726, Two Times Brewing Company, doing business as Two Times Brewing Company, 7035 East 96th Street, Suite K.
Thank you.
If you could identify yourself and your relationship to the business, please.
Yes, my name is Tom Carpenter. I'm the president, owner, head brewer of Two Times Brewing.
And is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
This is our fourth.
Fourth?
We have a small brewery permit. We also have a two-way in Fort Wayne, and then we just received last month our farm winery permit.
What license, how long have you had your longest license?
The small brewery and the two-way up in Fort Wayne, almost 4 years.
Do you have any violations on your permits?
Yes.
Okay, what is your policy for checking IDs?
So anyone under 30, that looks under 35 needs to be checked. If anybody's found to, miss that check unknowingly, they receive a written warning. Second time, they are terminated. If they knowingly, our policy is that they're terminated immediately.
Okay.
Where's your farm winery?
What was that?
Where's the farm winery?
It's in the same complex. So we expanded into kind of a location next to us where we have kind of barrel storage, but then in the back we have a separate production space. So we're primarily going to be focused on meats and just kind of small batch with them.
Okay.
This location's only tap room.
It's only a tap room. What's the capacity?
Capacity is like just over 100 in that. It's the former kind of Redemption Ale Works location on 96th Street.
Okay.
How many employees?
We'll probably have, at the most, probably 8.
When do you plan to open?
Depending on the inspection, we're ready to go as soon as, we're thinking soft opening if we could get the inspection June 22nd, but I don't know how long inspections are taking right now.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second?
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Here you go, sir.
Calling RR 493-8811 Havana Sports Lounge LLC, doing business as Havana Sports Lounge, 855 North High School Road, Suite 3 and 4.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay.
Ma'am, if you could identify yourself and your relationship to the business, please.
My name is Tashana Nash, and I'm the owner.
You say Nash,
Yes,
and you are the owner?
yes.
Okay. Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana? Ms. Howard has some questions for you.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
I prepared it myself.
Okay, speak up so
I
we can...
prepared it myself.
Okay, thank you. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared? Did you read over it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you the sole owner of the business?
Not the sole owner.
Okay, you have partners?
Yes.
Okay, did you list the other partners or members on the application?
On the application, no. On other things, they're on there. Like
So how many owners are there for the business?
2.
There are 2 owners, and your name's the only name that appears on the application for the alcoholic beverage permit?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is continue your application.
Okay.
Because you're required to list all owners of the business.
Okay.
So we'll continue it to July. That'll give you an opportunity to submit an amended application.
Okay.
Okay? And I will give you my card if you have
Okay.
any questions.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll give
So
these
this is
back
going to be
you.
continued?
Yeah.
Okay. Calling RR 493-8816 Taqueria La Raza LLC, doing business as Taqueria La Raza, 6112 East 38th Street.
You all have a good day.
Sir, could you take your hat off for me? Could you take your hat off? Thank you. Hmm? I guess not. We'll just go ahead and wrap this one up and then call it. Now you tell me. Oh, all right.
Good morning. My name is Esther Barber, and this is Mr. Byron Vasquez. He is the owner of Taqueria La Raza. It's the first time that he has an alcohol license. He opened 3 months ago, but immediately people asking for beer. That's why he's applying for the license.
Sure. So this is his
already
first
took the-
license?
Yes.
Let's allow Ms. Howard to
And
run through her questions.
He already took his class.
His class?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay, sir, I'll be asking you these questions. Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
I'm sorry, he doesn't speak English very well, so I'm going to interpret it for him. ¿Usted llenó la aplicación o alguien más la llenó para usted?
Bueno, ella me ayudó.
Hable fuerte.
Oh, ella me ayudó.
Okay, did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
¿Usted tuvo oportunidad de revisar la aplicación una vez que fue llenada?
Sí.
Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
¿Todas las preguntas fueron contestadas de forma verdadera?
Sí.
¿Con la
Sí.
información correcta? Puede decir yes en inglés para que ellos entiendan.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
¿Quiere agregar algo más a la aplicación en este momento?
No.
Are you the only owner of the business?
¿Es usted el único dueño del negocio?
Yes.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Hay por lo menos 200 pies de distancia entre su negocio separado de una escuela o una iglesia.
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
¿Sí entiende usted que un oficial del Excise Police puede entrar a su negocio sin necesidad de una orden de cateo y que puede revisar absolutamente todo dentro de su negocio?
Yes.
Okay. Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
¿Está usted aplicando por carry out?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation? Está aplicando por el límite de separación. Usted no tiene usted bar. No, he doesn't. It's just a small place.
Okay, thank you.
And sir, what is the capacity of your restaurant?
¿Qué capacidad tiene su restaurante? 30 people.
30 people. How many employees will you have?
¿Cuántos empleados tiene?
Yo y otra persona.
2 people. Him and somebody else.
Okay. Will there be, yep, go ahead.
So how long has the restaurant been open?
¿Cuántos meses tiene que abrió?
3 meses.
3 months.
3 months. And I know you said he's taking your class. Does you understand the rules associated with having this license?
¿Usted entiende las reglas y las leyes a la hora que usted tiene una licencia de alcohol?
Yes.
And what is your policy for checking IDs?
¿Cuál es su política para checar las IDs?
Bueno, revisarla.
Just the rules. How are you going to make sure you don't serve someone under 21?
¿Cómo se va a asegurar usted de que no le va a vender bebidas alcohólicas a un menor de 21 años de edad?
Bueno, pedir una ID primero y si no es muy real, pues pedir otra segunda.
Okay, ask for an ID. If he has some doubts, he will ask for a secondary ID.
Okay.
I know you're translating. Is he good with reading IDs? And is there somebody
Yes, I do the training and explain them very well.
Okay.
Even I have some samples of what IDs that should supposedly not taken. That was given to me a long time ago by Mr. Livingston, because I used to be the trader for him. So that is what I show everybody. I even told them they need to make sure they can always out of the wallet, feel it, touch it, make sure it's for real.
Well, with you translating, will he have employees that would be able to read the IDs? If he
He bring the other person who works for him and took the class.
Okay.
Yeah, I always make sure if they got an employees, the employees take the class. Because I also put the responsibility not only in the owner, also in the server. The server can go to jail. And apparently worse because, again, I don't come too often for violations.
No, you don't.
But then he can lose his license also. He can also lose his license.
Yes, they perfectly understand. Even a long time ago, there was the commissioner sent a notification that if they got 3 violations in 1 year, they're going to take their license. And I told them 2, not 3. I told them 2.
Now, is there someone working with him that speaks English, that
La persona
understands?
que trabaja con usted habla inglés, entiende en inglés?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is a bar or a?
It's a restaurant.
Yeah,
It's
restaurant.
Taqueria means it's kind of like fast food.
Okay.
Because they sell tacos, they don't have big dishes. It's tacos, burritos, tortas.
But he knows he
Very-
has to have a certain amount of food in order to,
No, because that is, they prepare at the moment the people ask for, like, if they ask for
He'll meet the food
asada,
requirement.
tacos de asada, they already got to stay there, and it's a quick, it's like a fast food.
So the biggest concern that we have when we have small locations like this is serving over the counter. So as long as you're aware, sir, you cannot serve over the
I
counter. It
already
has to go to
explained
the
him that,
table.
and I explained him that you're gonna go and do the inspection.
Okay. And I'll need someone there that speaks English when we
Yes.
schedule that.
Yes, he's gonna have
Okay.
somebody who's speaking English.
Okay. With no further questions, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Calling.
Well, before we call the next case, I left out at the beginning of the meeting, are there any remonstrators in the hearing room today? Do we have any remonstrators for any of the permits? Yes, sir.
Good morning, Lieutenant Bill Carter, representing IMV. I'm here on Andres Bar, 8083 East 38th Street.
And I apologize for missing that. Okay. All right.
Ethnic Foods is here.
Hey, want to go
Sorry, I
back?
didn't hear what you said.
Ethnic Foods.
Okay.
She's here.
Calling RR 493-8669 Ethnic Foods Corporation, doing business as Aroma Indian Cuisine, 4905 through 07 North College Avenue.
All right, ma'am. I need to swear you in since you missed the beginning of the hearing.
has she been sworn in?
Doing it right now.
Oh.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that the answers that you have given on your application or any answer you might give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Go ahead and state your name for us, please.
Vinita Singh.
And Vita owns 3 other restaurants in Indianapolis. All have licenses, no violations.
How long have you had those licenses? The longest one?
2018.
2018? Okay.
This one has a beer wine, went to auction, purchased a 3-way license, upgraded from 2-way to 3-way.
So no change to the floor plan, no change to any policies?
No.
Just going from a 2-way to 3-way?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8817 La Costanina Enterprises, Inc., doing business as Taqueria del Barilla, 4202 West 56th Street.
Ours are rolling right off your tongue there.
Hope the jacket-
Thank you. This is, again, my name is Esther Barber, and this is Zuleima Gaitan. She's the sole owner of La Costeñita Enterprises. Many years ago, about 10 years ago, maybe more, her husband has La Costeñita on 38th Street. Unfortunately, her husband has some family problems in Mexico, and he left. So she ran the business along with him for many years. After he left, she ran the business for a little bit, and then she sold the business. The business was sold 3 years ago, and now she's opened this little place.
Okay, so this is not her, would this be considered her first alcoholic beverage
Yes,
license?
yes, for her, yes.
Okay. And we'll go ahead and have Ms. Howard start with the questions.
Okay, did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
I'm going to translate it again for her.
Okay.
I'm sorry. ¿Tú llenaste la aplicación o alguien la llenó por ti?
No, Esther.
Habla alto.
Esther Bar.
Okay.
Esther Barber prepared for me.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared for you?
¿Tuviste la oportunidad de revisar la aplicación una vez que fue preparada?
Yes.
Okay. Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Todas las preguntas fueron contestadas con la verdad.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
¿Hay algo más que quisieras agregar en este momento?
No.
Okay. Are you the sole owner of the business?
¿Eres la única dueña del negocio?
Yes.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Hay por lo menos 200 pies de distancia entre una escuela o una iglesia.
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your permit establishment at any time without a warrant?
¿Sí entiendes que un oficial del Excise Police puede entrar a tu establecimiento sin necesidad de una orden de cateo y puede revisar en cualquier lugar dentro del establecimiento?
And you are saying yes, you're shaking your head.
Tienes que
The
hablar
microphone
fuerte.
doesn't pick that up. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
¿Estás aplicando para servir para llevar?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
¿Estás aplicando por el límite de separación en la área de baile?
No.
It's a small place too.
Okay, thank you.
What is the capacity of your restaurant?
¿La capacidad de tu restaurante?
50.
50 people.
50? And how many employees will you have?
¿Cuántos empleados vas a tener?
4.
4. Okay. And do you have a policy for checking IDs?
¿Tienes política para checar la ID?
Yes.
And what does that policy state?
¿Qué política es?
Pedir ID a todos.
Ask for an ID to everybody.
And what happens if they don't?
¿Y qué pasa si tu empleada no pide el ID?
Pues se asume a las consecuencias.
¿Cuáles son las consecuencias?
Pues que lo pueden. ¿Cómo se llama?
¿Tú qué vas a hacer con el empleado?
Pues
¿Despedirlo? Okay. I'm trying to understand what she's trying to say. It says she has to suffer the consequences. I said, what is the final consequences? That will be fired.
Okay, so if a minor is served, that employee will be terminated?
Yes.
Okay.
And those 4 employees, have they been trained to read the IDs also?
They're going to have the training.
Well, they speak English, I should just ask that.
They will be
Okay.
trained. Yeah,
Okay.
they haven't do the training, but if this month I have another class, so they will come for the class.
Can you tell her what I said? Can you tell her, Mike, what I was asking?
Sí, él está preguntando que si todos tus empleados van a estar entrenados. Yo les digo que sí, que no has tomado la clase, pero que vas a venir este mes a tomar la clase junto con tus empleados.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Now, will there be someone there at the restaurant that speaks and reads English?
Yeah, the daughters, she got 2 daughters, and both they are, they're born over here, so
And they'll be
Bilingual.
there.
bilingual.
All right, any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8462, Labadee House, doing business as Labadee House, 2723 West Lane Road.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have your paperwork?
I have the orange sign.
Do you have a packet full of the 4 documents that we read about at the beginning of the meeting? Zoning, taxes.
Oh, you took your sign.
You forgot
Put it in the car, so can I go get it?
If you get back by the time this meeting's over, we'll hear your case. If you don't, we won't.
Okay, I was just gonna.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Oh, you have one that's just confused right now.
No, so why don't you go ahead and come up for me? So, did you application to the commission. Did you
Yes.
complete this and submit this to zoning? Did they send you back a form?
Yeah, they give me, they didn't say it, they give me like the letter that I came, before, and then I submitted the for crazy, affidavit, and I submitted like, the other like tax form and everything, and I have the only sign with me.
So you have the tax form as well that's been stamped and.
Yeah, I did,
dated,
yeah.
and
Mhm.
You do have that with you?
I
Okay.
just give it to them, to the, tobacco alcohol. I give them all the papers signed.
They signed and gave them back to you?
No, they gave
No.
nothing.
Okay. So you have to have these 4 forms before we can do your application, okay?
Okay.
So the ones that are in here, the zoning form has to be sent to the zoning department and the zoning office, and they will approve one and send it back to you. You need that one. The revenue form, the tax form, which is different than what you submitted with your application, has to go to revenue. They'll stamp it and sign it and return it to you. Okay, did you send out letters to your neighbors to let them know that you're required for an alcohol?
Yes.
Metal detectors.
Okay, we also need a copy of that letter and a copy of the addresses that you sent.
Hope she got hers on her.
Okay. And then the sign has to stay up, don't bring it with you.
We've already
next
had
time.
one.
Okay, it has to stay up, that's it. So you're gonna be continued to July.
Just to July?
Yes, and I'll give you the date.
All right. Calling RR 493-8522, Dave Diggity's LLC, doing business as Dave's Hot Chicken, Broad Ripple, 927 Broad Ripple Avenue. And this is continued, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is continued. Yeah.
There's my, okay, so we set for Tuesday, July 5th at 9:30. Here's my name and my phone number and my email if you have
Okay.
questions, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then your zoning. Do you have the form they sent back? Did you send this to zoning? That one, I need that one. That's okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Sir, could you identify yourself and your relationship to the business?
My name is Andy Qualiato. I'm the Director of Operations.
Do you have power of attorney, sir?
No.
No? Oh, is it? Your name's not on the license? The alcoholic beverage license? Well, Officer Sonier, is that an issue?
It's up to you.
Is it an issue to either two of you? Yeah? Yeah, we'll go forward. Okay. Is this you part of the corporation then? Tell me who owns this license?
Dave Diggity, LLC.
Okay, and you're part of that company?
I am Director of Operations.
Director of Operations, okay. Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
No.
Nope. How many do you have?
We have one under Dave Diggity. We also have, Freeland restaurant groups that operate Pizza Hut of Fort Wayne. So
Okay.
we have 45 Pizza Huts, and in those Pizza Huts, we have 22 liquor licenses for Pizza Huts.
Wow. How many violations do you have?
At Dave Diggity, we have 0.
Okay.
With Pizza Hut of Fort Wayne, I believe the last one was in 2019.
Okay. We're about.
Is this your first time coming before an alcoholic beverage board?
I was here for our first location on Mass Ave.
Okay.
Back in, I believe that was in March.
Yeah, okay.
And what is your policy for checking IDs?
So we card everyone that orders. If someone serves someone underage, they are issued a warning and they're retrained. If they serve again someone underage, they're terminated.
Okay. What is your capacity?
Capacity for Broad Ripple will be 85.
And how many employees will you have?
When we settle in, we'll probably have around 30.
What will the hours of operation be?
So hours of operations, we're open at 10:30. We're going to close at 11, and then on the weekends, we're going to open at 11 and close at midnight. Our lobby will be closing at 11, and then we have a pickup window that'll just be for third-party or online orders. That'll stay open an hour after. But there'll be no cash transactions or beverage transactions through the window. It's just you pick up you just come to the window and we just hand you your order from online.
And
So
you're
no
on
alcohol through the window.
No alcohol through the window, yeah. You can't order alcohol. It's on our online platform, alcohol sales aren't allowed. So you can only order alcohol at the counter, in which we would bring it to the table where you're sitting. So.
And you're on Broad Ripple Avenue. You're on the main strip.
We are on the main strip. We're basically Broad Ripple and Range Line, or Westfield, right there,
Westfield,
where the Noodles and Company used to be. Union Jack used to be. Now they're across the street, so we're right next door to Union Jack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any further questions from the board?
Did you say when you plan to open? I'm sorry.
So we plan to open July 21st.
Okay.
But that's our goal.
Okay. Have you submitted an escrow request form yet?
No.
Okay, so I'll have you do that, and you can take it with you and email it to me.
Perfect. Okay.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
A second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8535, Rotan de Agua Sports Bar and Grill, LLC, doing business as Rotan de Agua Sports Bar and Grill, 4810 West 34th Street.
Anyone here for Rotan de Agua Sports Bar? All right, show them continue.
Calling RR 493-8247, Luna Caribbean Restaurant, LLC, address 9937 East 42nd Street. Welcome back.
You get it.
I'm just an example of the letter that was sent out. We're just providing it to the application.
You got it right this time so far. Let's see.
That's just that was providing to us.
Okay. And then, okay, so we will go ahead and hear you when you're finished. This is the affidavit for compliance. This is for the big bright orange sign you guys put out.
Yes.
So I'll have you fill that out and give it back to me when we're finished, okay?
Sir, you can have a seat.
Thank you. I'm also here to translate in case we have any language issues.
No problem.
Because he's the owner, you just translate.
I'm just doing to
Okay. So it's his name on the license?
Yes.
And what is his name? What's your name, sir?
Enoch Dukas.
Tikas?
Yes.
Do you-
Dukas last name.
You speak some English, sir? Okay.
And is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Howard will ask some questions. You can translate and just come back to us loud enough that we can hear you on the microphone.
Okay.
Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Someone.
Speak. The mic can't hear you.
Someone prepared it for him.
Okay. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes.
Was
Yes.
that you, ma'am, that?
Yes.
Okay, did you state your name?
Nicole, Nicole. Last name Lissade.
Sorry, Miss Howard.
Okay. Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
It's good to do. I should do it. That's what you guys wrong.
Yes.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
Yes.
Are you the only owner of the business?
So,
Two people.
Two people? Did you list the other member on the application?
Yes, we did.
Where is the other owner?
She's at home.
Okay. Why is she not with you today?
She's not feeling well.
What's her name?
Maud Julian Fortune.
Is it your,
Maud Julian Fortune.
is it your wife or just a partner or?
Mother-in-law.
He needs to speak
Mother-in-law.
louder.
Mother-in-law. Okay.
Mother-in-law.
Okay.
Is it 50-50? Yeah, she owns.
Yes, 60%.
60.
He has 60 and
Okay.
40.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes.
Yes. Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your permit establishment anytime without a warrant?
Comment ça veut dire? On m'a qu'à venir inspecter plus d'une année n'importe quelle heure, il n'y a pas besoin de chocolat, il n'y a pas venir.
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
Je m'en dis que je crois pas appliquer comme un boisson, il faut partir avec, on va pas appliquer pour ça.
Non.
Are you applying for limited separation?
Je dis ça que est-ce qu'on applique pour côté quand on bar qui séparé avec le restaurant?
Non.
No? Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, sir, do you have a policy for checking IDs?
Je dis ça que qui genre de loi ou établi pour checker l'identification de la SAD.
Ah oui, nous regardons si on a respecté l'âge là, c'est bien, les bébés depuis petit qui 21 ans, on checker qui est-ce et puis on a balayer à là.
If anyone appear less than 21 years old, is going to check their ID.
Nicole, can you ask them to talk about, and you translate back, the idea, the concept of the restaurant or the bar? What is it?
Oh, quel genre d'identification que... Did you say policy or...
No, just what is the
What kind
establishment?
of ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of
No,
restaurant?
if we go into your restaurant, what can we expect? What's it going to be like?
Is it
What
a
kind of
bar or a
food? What kind
restaurant?
of environment?
Oh, it's a restaurant. Mostly it's a family restaurant.
Can you ask him and then you can say it back?
Dis
That
comme ça
was.
que I know too much. Comme ça, quel genre de restaurant ou établi?
Oui, un restaurant en famille et nous allons manger et puis nous allons boire son tout. Il y a là, nous voulons ajouter alcool là-dedans.
Okay. It's a family restaurant. They sell food mostly. It's already in operation. They just want to add the wine and beer to enhance the experience.
Okay.
So when someone comes in to order food, do they order at the table or do they order at a counter?
Dis comme ça que le monde order vient acheter manger dans mon. Est-ce que devant ils viennent demander manger en chita, ils manger, mais c'est aucune d'autre option.
Deux comme nous venons de manger.
Mais le mon chita dans le restaurant c'est pas encore servi.
Non, et j'en fait là et les gens viennent de manger à Sylvie Chita, ils mangent.
Mais c'est la seule même cas.
Ah oui.
So when the person come, they come up front, they can request carry out, and if they wish to sit down, they can sit down. But the alcohol only will be served if they are sitting in the restaurant.
To the table?
Yes.
Okay.
To carry out food.
Yes, they can carry out. That's
Right.
primary what most people do.
All right. No, go ahead.
So I think I'd like to get a better understanding of ID, asking for ID. He only asks for ID if they look over a certain age. Everyone is not asked.
If they want alcohol, if they want alcohol, anyone that looks under 21, which is most people, a lot of people, they definitely will ask for a piece of identity, state
Okay,
ID.
is there any written
Policy.
policy
Est-ce
on?
qu'on vient ça, est-ce que l'écrit en côté pour dire que c'est comme ça, opération business là, bien.
Oui, depuis nous n'avons pas été dans les...
Non, je dis comme ça que est-ce qu'on vient ça, écrit en côté dans business là,
qui dit que si mon an venu, il pas moins que 21 ans, il faut lui demander une pièce d'identification.
Oui, on gagne. Et puis, non, expliquer employé ou pas. Et puis, là, on a venu, si par exemple, et l'âge n'a pas respecté, on a tenu compte, nous-mêmes employés, nous avons montré le côté par là écrit.
Okay. So it's in writing, all the employees are aware that, well, going forward, since they don't have a license, the training will be so that people understand that if somebody looks under 21, they have to ask for ID. And if the person refuses, you'll show them in writing. This is our policy.
Is the mother-in-law an investor or a coworker?
Maman va pas de temps au travail, non. Côté en travail, il just invested. She mostly invested,
Okay.
but she, she can come volunteer if they are too busy, but she's not that well in general.
And then
The gentleman, as the owner, realizes that he is responsible for the ID being asked. And if his employees don't understand, and they're just looking at a person and attempting to tell what age they are, and an excise officer comes in and find out that they're serving someone under the age of 21, he could lose his license.
C'est comme ça, c'est très important qu'on comprenne que tout employé, si vous comprendre que il va pas juste garder un monde, penser deviner mon âge. Sur la majorité peut-être déjà dit tout le monde qui apprend encore pour lui montrer licence, parce que c'est responsable à la fin de la journée.
Et nous restons à ça. On va quitter ça passer.
He said he understands it is very strict on that. His license is very crucial to him.
Okay.
Good. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
And you'll need to contact me to schedule the inspection, okay?
Oh, there's an additional inspection because I thought we had an inspection done.
You may have had a health department inspection,
Okay.
but you'll need an
And don't
inspection for
forget
the alcohol
that
permit.
form.
Okay, I'll fill that out.
Yes, and bring
I'll
that
give
back
it
up
you.
to me.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling CH 4930127 Metro 360 LLC, doing business as Needhammer, 2104 West Washington Street.
Good morning.
Good morning.
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 Oh, she was it the revenue form that you guys emailed to me?
The zoning form, I believe it's there.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here. Okay, we're good.
Good. All right, if we could identify yourselves and your relationship, take a breath, you're good. If you could identify yourself and your relationship to the business, please.
Joel Wolfman, majority owner.
John Hobelman, general manager.
Okay, guys, is this your first liquor license or alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
We've had it 2 ways since 2017.
How many-
Well, I was going to explain. So with this one, they've had a two-way, a beer and wine. They're technically a catering hall. So when I went out, they were doing some floor plan changes. I went out to do the inspection for that, and we discussed that it made more sense for them to apply for a catering hall permit. So that's what they're doing.
Okay. Well, all right. Catering, these are, in my opinion, the most dangerous license we have. What space do you have? How many people are allowed in your space?
So we're fire rated for 400. Our max capacity for all 3 floors combined is 200.
How many employees will you have?
Currently, there's about 35 on the roster.
And how will you handle security?
Security so our events are either ticketed or invite only. We currently, with more than 50 guests, require an IMPD or Marion County. We run through Yes Security. And then we have in-house security during events.
What about the parking lot? Seems to be we have a lot of issues in the parking lot at these large catering halls.
As far as where people park or security for the parking
security for the parking lot, your awareness to the parking lot, what's taking place in the parking lot?
We are very aware security after because one of our parkings is across Washington. Guests have to cross both ways. Once guests are in-house, security stages back up in the primary parking lot, and we're a very visible presence.
And what are your hours of operation if it's a Saturday night event?
Non-specific. It generally goes to what the need of the client is. We did a New Year's Eve event that went till 2 a.m. Primarily, most of our events are weddings, and they are all out of house by 11 p.m.
Okay. And your policy for checking IDs?
100%.
How do you check them? Is that?
So for ticketed events, as guests come through the door, we do a 100% ID check at the door and either do a red or a green wristband. For invited events, it is a 100% check at the bar.
Okay. And
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So what happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
Well, listening to you, I think we're going to re-look at it. We have a stated policy of first a verbal, coaching, written, and then final termination on a 3-strike. We've never had an issue with that, but I think we're going to revisit it and go for a written warning and then a termination on second.
Okay. Well, it's your license. We just want to know you've given that thought and that there are repercussions. Fear's a heck of a motivator sometimes for people, and need
Yes,
to
sir.
have it. All right. Any further questions from the board? No. Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8343 Charlie Brown's Pancake and Steakhouse, 3663 Kentucky Avenue.
They've requested a continuance.
Okay,
Pancakes these are serious pancakes.
Yeah.
The partner's not here to sign the up to spot. Does she have to sign?
You can email it to me.
Okay. Okay, let me get you a copy.
Anyone here from Charlie Brown's Pancakes and Steaks Incorporated?
Have a good day.
No?
I'm sorry, Charlie Brown's is a continuance.
Okay. Cool.
Now is that the third one?
This says 3. Continue.
They're having issues with getting their
Paperwork.
paperwork back.
Okay.
Calling RR 493-8602 OHM Concession Group, doing business as Tinker Cafe Bistro, 7800 Colonel Weir Cook Memorial Drive.
This is in the airport.
Are these two together? Do you have another one with you? Nope.
No, they're just both in the airport.
Okay.
But they're two separate.
Two separate entities. They're
Entities.
just both going to be in the food court area, so
Okay.
the address is the same. Looks like it's all there.
Okay.
Sir, if you could identify yourself and your relationship to the business.
My name's Chip Garver with Vagary Drinker. I'm the attorney for the company.
And is this the first alcoholic beverage license for your client?
They own Fan Zone, which is also in the airport.
Okay, so we don't need to read the questions. How many violations do they have on Fan Zone?
None.
None? And do they have a policy for checking IDs?
They do ID everyone, warn, retrain, and terminate.
Okay. Does it have a capacity, or is this just a?
They do. I would say 40 is basically what they're in there. I'll answer a question before you ask it. They're usually about 5 on staff, and they've got a couple of lines that.
What about their hours of operation?
commensurate with what the airport's doing, so they're open now, they're a restaurant, and so, they'll be open when there's business. So if they're running flights in the morning, they'll be serving some breakfast, and then they'll do lunch, and then they'll do dinner and snacks and things like that too.
Is there a limited separation? Is there a bar area?
There is a bar area.
Well, if the airport had a problem, they'd be here. Any further questions from the board?
And they're two separate entities. One's bistro and then Just Pop In. That's-
Totally separate business, they're just
That's different.
in that lobby area of the airport.
This is an airport permit, so it's a special kind of permit that's off quota. And so basically, I think you'll hear from probably
They're next.
somebody else up here that's not me.
They're not, not connected.
Okay. Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Is that on both of them, or?
No, just one.
Just one?
And I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8552, Just Pop In Inc., doing business as Just Pop In, 7800 Colonel H. Weir Cook Memorial Drive.
I did.
All right, if you can identify yourself and then your client.
My name is Kimberly Ars. I'm a preparer. This is Carly Swift. She's one of the partners of Just Pop In.
Ms. Swift, is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
It is not.
It is not. How many do you have?
We have one, a beer and wine license at our location in Broad Ripple.
And how long have you had that?
4 years.
How many violations?
None.
None. What's your policy for checking IDs?
Everybody.
Everybody? What happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
Thankfully, I have not heard that happen, but if it does, reprimanded, written up, and then terminated if it happens again.
Okay. And what is, what is Just Pop In?
So, we're a gourmet popcorn company that we started in 2003. And so our first location is in Broad Ripple, and we opened in 2003 there in the airport in 2008. And we just built a restaurant to go along with Just Pop In Broad Ripple. So we have an event space, a restaurant, and then our popcorn production. And so we've been at the airport for 14 years, and we're going to get ready to kind of do a mini Cornell location out there. So bringing snacks and beer, wine, liquor for a cool airport experience.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're right there as you come through security, you're right there at that turn.
Yep, so
Going
we-
into.
Right in Concourse
I always
B.
get my cheese and caramel popcorn there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, now you can have a
Now
cup
you
of
can have a
wine
glass
with
of
it.
wine, yeah.
That's right.
All right, same thing. It's at the airport. If they had a problem with it, they'd be here.
So it's currently open then? It's-
Yes,
it's ready
we've
for
been
your
open since
inspection.
2008. Yep.
Okay. This will be my 4th that I have ready for an inspection at the airport, so I'm trying to coordinate them so I get them all done in one trip. So I'll have you get with me and we'll get it scheduled.
That
Okay?
sounds great.
Okay.
All right. With no further questions, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8380, Kyoto Hibachi Express and Sushi, doing business as Kyoto Hibachi Express and Sushi, 5035 West 71st Street, Suite M.
If you're with him, you can have a seat. right, so identify yourselves and your relationship to the business,
All right,
please.
so my name is Andrew. I'm the majority owner.
Andrew, what's your last name?
Kerniawan.
And you, sir?
I'm Franz. Last name Kerniawan. I'm his father. I can't lie. I look like him.
Yeah, it's like a mirror right there.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
He's the operations manager.
Operations?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the
This
state
is.
of Indiana?
Yep.
All right, Ms. Howard has some questions for you.
Okay, did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
Prepared it myself, ma'am.
Okay, did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes, I did.
Okay, were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
No, there's not.
Okay. Are you the sole owner of the
I
business?
am not.
You are not. Did you list the other
Yes.
member on the application?
Yes.
Okay. Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Yes, there is.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search at any time without a warrant?
Yes, I do.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No, ma'am.
Are you applying for limited separation?
No, ma'am.
Went through real smooth, thank you.
The location here, is this in that Kroger strip mall?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, all right, you're right. And do you guys have a policy for checking IDs
Absolutely, yeah.
All the time.
all the time?
Yeah.
What happens if your dad doesn't check an ID and does serve a minor? Does he get fired? Okay. How many employees will you have?
We have 8 employees.
8 employees? And what are your hours of operation?
So we have the lunch shift, which is 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then we have a lunch break for our staff. And then at 4:30 p.m. we open up until 9 a.m. Or 9 p.m., sorry.
9 p.m., okay. Yeah, pretty standard. You guys have any questions? Hearing none, accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. And
Second.
a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8395, Taqueria Tolaquino LLC, doing business as Taqueria Tolaquino, 1076 East 10th Street.
10th Street Tavern.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm Giovanni Ortiz.
Hang on a second, one, no problem. We're going to let her make sure that you have everything you need, and then we'll jump right into you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Now, who are you?
Okay. I'm Giovanni Ortiz. I'm here translating. She's got a limited understanding of English. She can't really speak it. But I worked under her. She's the owner, Mirna Avila, and her husband, the co-owners back there, Jaime Gaspar. So just a little bit of history about the location.
I'm gonna stop here a second. The other owner's here.
Yes,
You
the
have
other
him
owner's
come up. He can sit right here.
Jaime, pásale para acá, por favor. So a little bit of history. So the location has been opened under a different name since 2007. It was owned by her cousin, and in 2020 they passed it on to her. So now we try to transfer the liquor permit, but it was easier to apply for a new one. So.
Okay, so is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Es su primer licencia de alcohol.
Yes.
Okay, we'll have some questions. Just answer the questions loud enough that we can hear them on the speaker.
Okay. I'll be asking you the questions. Did you prepare the application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
¿Se la preparó usted la aplicación?
No.
I helped her.
Okay. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
¿Usted revisó la aplicación después de que la
Yes.
Okay. Were all the answers contained in the application answered in a truthful manner?
Todas las preguntas de la aplicación fueron contestadas honestamente.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you wish to add to the application at this time?
¿Hay alguna cosa que quería agregar a la aplicación?
No.
Okay. Are you the sole owner of the business?
Es la única dueña del negocio.
No, mi esposo también.
Okay. Did you list the other member on the application?
Los dos miembros están puestos en la aplicación.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there at least 200 feet between your establishment and a church or school?
Hay al menos 200 pies de distancia entre una iglesia y una escuela.
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your establishment at any time without a warrant?
Entiendo que un inspector puede entrar sin orden judicial.
Yes.
Very good. Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
Para llevar,
No.
Okay. Are you applying for limited separation?
tiene una barra separada.
No.
No? Okay. Thank you very much.
How many employees will you have?
¿Cuántos empleados tienen en su turno más lleno? Como 8.
8.
8? And what are your hours of operation?
¿Qué horas están abiertos?
De 11 a 7.
11 to 7 during the week, and then fines de semana,
De 9 a 7.
the 9 to 7.
On the weekends?
Yep.
And do you have a policy for checking IDs?
Policia para checar identificación.
Sí.
¿Qué hacen?
Los empleados les piden la identificación para comprobar que todos son mayores de 21 años.
Anyone that orders alcohol, they ask for their IDs. Her and assistant manager both have their what's it called? Their license. For
Their license.
bartending.
Okay. Did you say, what is the capacity of your restaurant? How many people?
80 personas.
80 people.
80 people? Okay.
It's already open.
Yes, it's open.
All right.
How many employees?
How many employees I just asked?
8 employees.
8, yeah.
Oh, I already said.
No, I already forgot. All right. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You'll just need to call me to schedule a final inspection.
Of course, do you have the impact rating?
Call or email, either one. There you go.
Officer Senior, I am calling this, right?
Yes.
All right. Calling RR 493-8469, Andres Bar and Grill, LLC, doing business as Andres Bar and Grill, address 8083 East 38th Street.
Is that the one that?
It's the one we
Got
have a demonstrator on.
Okay. Hi, Lieutenant. Good morning. I guess it's still morning. No, it's still morning.
Yeah.
Living. Got something for us to
Did
look
you
at.
get, do you have your zoning affidavit?
Thank you.
Did you submit?
I took the binders all the way out of the
Oh,
budget, so today you've got.
I'm afraid that we may not have our paperwork.
Too hard.
So we have to have this back from zoning. Did you
Yeah.
submit one to zoning?
Sounds like it's gonna be continued.
So this packet I gave you,
Ooh.
this one. Did you submit that to zoning? Did you submit it to this address?
I'm much too old to be looking at things like this.
And then there should be a second. The revenue, did you get a revenue? Under your account? So, no, it's okay. In order to hear your case, we have to have this form, this is the revenue form. So is that the one that you took over?
Well.
Did it look like this? And there's a 2-page, they would have signed the back and stamped the front approved. Do you have that form? 'Cause you gave me a tax form, but it's not the correct one. This is what you handed me, this is not the right one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you didn't do this one then? Okay, so we are not, okay, so then the checklist that I gave you, you need to submit two. You need to submit this to zoning, then this is actually a two-page form. It looks like you only got one here. So there's the tax form that needs to be submitted.
Oh, no, I haven't.
And then
Can we still hear it?
You want to?
Yeah, click here, this one. Get it over with.
So there's two
I don't think we're gonna be
page
able to.
form.
Should I have her paperwork?
You got this page and you've got this page. This one has to be notarized. You have to have it notarized before you send it to them. Okay, so both of these have to go to this address. Okay, and then this one has, where's the packet that I gave you the instructions? No, the instruction page. Yeah. This is under number 3, number 4.
Why is this under new?
Can they have beer sitting on everything?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give you a packet. I'm gonna give you some.
Where'd you send this out?
Can they have beer and stuff sitting out like this?
That. That one goes to number 4 down here. This address.
Beer sitting out like they are.
If you want.
Or after they.
Down before today. So we'll have this. This one, if you know,
You look as long as like.
But we gotta give them back.
Yeah, you wanna keep it?
they're down, they're close. Here's the address. This is the address. North Bend.
Will you be leaving after this? Will you guys have a conversation with her out in the hallway? So she's well aware, okay. They won't be back, will they? No, that's true.
They're open. How long have they been open?
So are you gonna, I don't think we're gonna move on, are you gonna try to do it before we move on? Okay. If we're still here, we'll do it.
So she's gonna try to get her paperwork in order.
Well, guys.
She's gonna try to come back before the end of the meeting.
All right, we're moving to transfer applications. And we've already taken care of the first one.
Yep, so transfer applications calling RR 493-8699 RW Entertainment LLC, doing business as Kip's Pub, 9546 Allisonville Road, Suite 110.
Morning, Greg Genrich, Bradford and Riley. With me is Woody Lowe, one of the owners.
Lowe?
Lowe. This is Kip's Pub, transfer ownership. Wendy also is one of the owners of the Red Room in Broad Ripple.
Okay. So you do have another license in the state of Indiana?
Yes.
Okay, and that is the Red Room?
Mhm.
How long have you been a partner with that?
A little over 9 years.
And how many violations do you have?
None that I know of.
Okay. And you're taking ownership of this license for Kip's Pub?
Mhm.
All right. Any floor plans that will change?
No, everything remains the same.
And do you have a policy of checking IDs?
Yes.
What's that policy state?
Right now, what it was prior, we pretty much card almost everybody unless we've known them forever, for a long time, and they've been carded multiple times. But usually anybody under 40 looking would be a prime candidate, so.
What would happen if one of your employees did not check an ID and did serve a minor?
There would obviously be a warning, but it would not be tolerated any more than that. I mean, we pretty much only serve over 21 people, so
And
it
what
would
is,
have to be checked all the time.
what is the capacity of your restaurant or your pub?
Oh, boy. Can't remember now. Can't remember what the capacity is. Sorry, I just came off of work. Two something. I can't remember what my final.
230, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty big size.
Yeah. And how many employees do you have?
About 15 right now.
15. Any further questions from the board? Nope. All right. I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
In a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8704, Jay's Bar and Entertainment, Inc., doing business as address 4861 Southeastern Avenue.
They've requested a continuance to July.
All right. Calling DL 490-5058, Kalin Brothers, Inc., doing business as Speedway Liquor, address 5041 East 16th Street.
Anyone here for Speedway Liquor? Okay, I'll send them a letter.
Calling RR 493-8615, Madi Thai Restaurant LLC, doing business as Mani Thai Cuisine, 2274 West 86th Street.
I'll bet that's a spelling error.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. You can have a seat.
Sherry with Landis and Landis. This is a transfer of ownership.
My name's Sawalak Ferry.
What's your
Mrs.
last?
Ferry.
Ferry?
Mhm.
Mrs. Ferry, is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the
No.
state of
No,
Indiana?
there's a lot.
You have a lot. How many do you have?
I have 11 for this time.
You have 11?
11.
And, all right, how long is your longest license?
12 years.
12 years? And how many violations, do you have any violations on any of your license?
I'm sorry, we have 3.
You have 3?
Yeah. We training real bad, but they still, continue to that. But we have last 10 years. Before first 2 years, we don't have any, but yeah. But we have very hard, strong rule already. We have Officer Kiram. He have class for us. He go to our restaurant, and we have big class. All my employee come to training real bad. After
Okay.
that, we don't have again.
So you had 3 violations, so Officer Gillum came into training for you?
Yes, yes.
Where are your other locations, Hamilton County?
Yes, Hampton County.
What were your violations for?
Underage.
Underage?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like
So,
tricky.
in that instance, what happened to the employee?
So terminate.
Terminate?
Because we already have strong rule. Whoever don't follow the rule, we terminate them right away. No, no second chance.
And so you're opening a new restaurant?
Yes,
All right. And your policies will be the same?
yes, we are underage, and we ask everyone under age 35.
Okay. And what is the capacity of your restaurant?
This one gonna be about 50.
50 people?
Yeah,
Okay.
50.
Any further questions from the board?
So what are you doing different at this one to prevent the violations for serving minors?
So we tell them to ask everyone, but actually we have all people come to our restaurant all the time. So we say when we have see underage than 35, so we have to call to ID.
Any further questions? Hearing none, do we have a motion? Motion to approve?
Second.
And a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good luck.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Calling DL 493-2302, Race Track Petroleum, Inc., address 3801 West Moore Street.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning.
Where were we Davey Neal with Clark Quinn, here on behalf of Racetrack Petroleum. With me is Alan Bell, Director of Engineering. Racetrack this is the third permit going on several others. In Indiana, Racetrack operates more than 500 permits nationwide as a petroleum and convenience location. They currently have permits in Greenfield, Greenwood, Indianapolis, and Lawrence, and have acquired a few others in the auction. None of those locations are operating in Indiana yet. They're in various phases of development and construction. But Racetrack has a zero tolerance policy for allowing minors to access alcohol. At the moment, IDs are checked and then birth dates are entered into their point of sale system to prevent any fake IDs being used. At the moment, the location, this is actually a transfer. So it was at 86th and Moeller up on the northwest side. That location didn't work out. So now they have a lease for the 3801 Morris location. It's currently occupied by another business which has about a year to vacate the premises, and then they'll begin construction. So this will go into escrow. And I did confirm, Officer Sunier, that an escrow request was filed with the application.
Okay. What is it a gas station?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it similar, I mean, this is one of the larger footprint gas stations?
Yes.
This is the semis and all that?
Yeah, it's right off where 70 and Holt are. So
It's the old yellow cab.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and it's called Zip Car now, or Z Car or something like that, which is still operating, but they'll be closing up and moving.
Okay.
Is the doing business thing, what is that? Is that just Racetrack?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do operate other stores under a different brand called Raceway, but those are not company owned.
Now, you may have said it, but if an employee does serve a minor,
Zero.
okay.
Zero tolerance.
But then you won't need the officer for close to a year to go out. All right. Okay. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Calling RR 493-8640, Char Indy, doing business as Charleston's Restaurant, 6815 East 82nd Street.
Hi.
Charleston.
Oh, you Charleston?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Davey Neal again, Clark Quinn. Happy to be here on behalf of Char Indy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is an existing business. This is just a change in corporate structure, previously owned under a different corporate entity. And in the interest of dividing up their different Charleston locations, they're just moving it into a new LLC. No change in ownership, no change in operation, just a change in
No
corporate
previous
name.
violations.
They're still going to be out there on 82nd
That's right.
Street.
That's right. They had one violation, I believe it was 2 years ago, for serving a minor, but I don't believe any other violations beyond that.
Any further questions from the board?
Were you submitting a letter in lieu of
Yes.
an inspection?
Yeah, they have to do that with change of ownership?
Yes.
Okay, yes, then I don't believe one was submitted, so
But
I'll
you
send
will?
one to you,
Okay.
yeah.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
In a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Calling CH 4930144, Moeller Enterprises LLC, doing business as The Sanctuary on Penn, 701 North Pennsylvania Street.
They've requested a continuance.
Calling RR 493-8443, Singh Brothers Oil Inc., address location pending.
They've also requested a continuance.
All right. Calling RR 493-8553, Sushi Makai LLC, doing business as Toro Tex-Mex, address 5164 North College Avenue.
I never think of sushi and Tex-Mex together.
I know.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so these forms have to be submitted. These 2 pages have to be submitted to this up here. This one has to be submitted to revenue first. So you'll submit it to them, they'll stamp it and sign it approved, and send it back to you. This one, they will send you a form, once you send it to this address, then they'll send you an approved form back. Okay, so the approved forms we have to have before we can hear your application. So we'll have to continue here. Leave your orange sign close to us. Review date.
All right, we're moving on to renewals with violation.
Calling RR 4914001, Indiana Convention Center, Lucas Oil Stadium, 100 South Capitol.
All right, has everyone had a chance to read the violation?
Back over.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. My name's Matt Price. I'm the attorney for the Capital Improvement Board, and we were not aware of a violation.
Oh.
I will, let's see. This was a violation that occurred on,
March 16th, 2019.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's been outside of this current renewal period. We've already been here since that time regarding that and had testimony respecting it.
That's what I see.
That was right before the pandemic. I remember being here for that hearing.
Oh.
yeah, you would have had to have been, because that's,
Yeah, we
Yeah, that's
definitely
come in
were.
2020.
We've not had any violations since that
okay.
one.
So that's my fault, I apologize.
No, that's okay.
With that,
Renewal
just
without violation.
renewal without violation, so convention center, no violations, serves a lot of people. Anybody have any questions? Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Second, I support that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
He's like, man, I've got a bad day. 29. Yeah. Calling RR 4918641, El Porto Mexican Restaurant, Inc., doing business as El Porto Mexican Restaurant, 4955 South Emerson Avenue.
El Porto.
Right, I'll send them a letter.
And this is what's the first?
Calling RR 4933290, La Casa de los Mariscos Grill LLC, doing business as El Rincon de Susi, 2709 Shadeland.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Tell you what, allow us to read through this violation. You go ahead and have a seat. And we've read this one before.
So,
Yeah.
so the first time they appeared, they hadn't paid the violation yet. So they paid the violation. I think there's a misunderstanding that you needed to come back. So then they weren't here last month, so we continued them to today.
Okay, so how long have you had your license? Who has the license?
3 years. I'm here to translate for her. She is my mother-in-law.
Okay, so could you state your name, please, and your relationship to the business?
Su nombre.
My name is Susana Sanchez.
Okay. And what is your relationship to the business? Owner?
Yes.
All right, and Ms. Sanchez, how long have you had this license?
6 or 7 years.
Okay, how many violations do you have?
Only one. That one.
Only this one?
Yeah.
Do you know what the violation is for?
¿Sabes lo que es el violation?
Yes.
¿Para qué es?
What is it?
¿Por qué te lo dieron? for service.
Ok. En la Casa de los Mariscos siempre pedimos ID para todos, pero ese día ese niño dijo que su ID era falsa, pero yo la pedí.
Oh, she's saying that the day of, that they always ask for an ID, but the minor that was served that day was gave her a fake ID, but she did ask for an ID.
Okay, so that was part of the problem.
Yeah, usually, normalmente tienen las seguridades que tienen.
Sí, siempre tenemos seguridad que no dejan entrar a nadie sin pedir la ID, pero ese día todavía era un poco temprano.
Usually they have security that's always asking for ID when entering into the business, but that day it was a little earlier, so the securities weren't there yet to check IDs.
Okay. Is this a restaurant?
Yes.
It's a restaurant.
Do you have limited separation?
¿Tienes la barra y el restaurante separados?
Yes.
Okay. Was there also a problem with your child or someone's child being inside the bar area, 6 or 7-year-old being inside the bar?
¿Cómo?
Que había un niño de 6 a 7 años adentro de la barra.
Adentro de la barra no.
There was no child inside of the bar.
A un lado tengo la oficina y él estaba en la oficina.
But she does have her office on the side, like it's like a room, where he was inside the office during those hours, but was not inside the bar.
But to get to the office, he had to walk through the bar.
No, it is separated.
How do you get to the office?
Para entrar a la oficina tienes que pasar, que tiene que entrar por la barra. Le dije que
sí, sí tiene que entrar a un lado de la barra.
A un lado de la barra. She said that it is on the side of the bar, like.
But how do you get? Do you have to go to the bar to get to the office?
Que si tienes que llegar a la barra para llegar a la oficina.
Entras y está la barra y la oficina está para este lado.
She said you enter and the bar is to one side and the office is to the left. So the bar is to the right and the office is to the left.
So what you're saying, this is a yes or no question. You don't have to go through the bar to enter the office.
Que no tienes
Yes
que
or
entrar
no?
para barra para llegar a la oficina.
Sí, tengo que entrar a la barra, no a la barra, al espacio de, sí, porque
Yes.
cruzamos la barra de la separación.
Yes, because it does kind of cross like where they have the separation to get to the office.
So they do have to go through the bar area to get to the office.
Sounds
Okay.
like it.
Because that was one of the concerns the officers had when they were in there. Even though the child is in your office, he can't get there without going through the bar. So he cannot be in there.
Que no puede estar el niño dentro de la oficina porque aunque esté dentro de la oficina tiene que cruzar la barra y eso no se permite.
Ok, no lo sabía, pero él solamente estaba esperando que el papá llegara por él, es mi nieto.
She said she did not know that, but she was just waiting for the father to get there to pick him up.
Okay, he'll have to wait in the family side of the restaurant if that happens again.
Okay, que tendría que esperar en la parte familiar.
Sí, no puedo. Okay.
Okay. What happened? You did have a minor who was served, right? Yeah. What happened to the employee who served the minor?
¿Qué pasó con la empleada que le dio al menor de edad?
No, es que no fue la empleada. A mí me dio la ID, yo fui quien le serví esa cerveza y a mí me dio la ID, pero él le dijo al policía que su ID era falsa, pero yo fui quien se la dio.
She said that she was the one who served the minor, she did ask for ID, but she told the officer that his ID was fake.
Pero el chico me entregó licencia a mí, una ID a mí.
But that the boy did give her an ID.
So was the officer there when that transaction occurred?
Que si el oficial estaba ahí cuando usted le sirvió la cerveza.
No,
No.
So they had a complaint, they were there on a complaint for sales to minors, and when they went in, there were three, it looks like there were three that were questionable, two of them were old enough, and one was 18.
Oh, so that's the loitering?
Yes.
It has it here.
They went in that day and seen that.
Yes. Two of them were old enough, I think they were 22. And then there was one that was drinking a Corona beer that was 18.
And the minor had alcohol, was served alcohol.
Yeah.
Do y'all,
Yeah.
have y'all, intentionally sold to minors?
Que si, like,
Even knowing they got a fake ID?
que si usted le ha servido a un menor de edad sabiendo que te ha dado...
No, él su ID supuestamente era de, no sé, Nicaragua, no sé de dónde era, pero yo no sé cómo son las IDs en esos lugares.
She said no, but that ID, it happened to be from a different state, and she doesn't know whether it was real or not, because it was an Indiana state ID.
Okay. So what we're trying to figure out here is this a one-off problem, or is this a problem we're going to have with you consistently?
Yes.
So do you understand what's wrong, what occurred? You can't have your child even near the bar. If your child's there, they have to be in the family section. Then it comes down to the board has to make a decision. Do you understand that minors can't be served alcohol? And is this something we can expect from you in the future, or are we clear that that has to end today?
Que si están claros de que eso no puede volver a pasar y
Sí,
que
muy
si
claro.
y que si tienes que entender que, o sea, no lo puedes volver a hacer.
No lo sabía, pero sí, ahora lo entiendo.
That she did not know that, she was not aware, but yes, she understands and it won't happen again.
Okay. And because it did happen, excise will be back.
Y que porque por lo que pasó, sí van a volver a ir a checar.
Okay?
Okay, it's fine.
All right, so we have options. We can go through this process multiple ways. If you check IDs and you keep your business running the way it should, we won't have any problems. If you don't, you'll be back in front of the board, and then we'll take care of it in the other manner. Okay? Great. Any further questions from the board?
You know, I'm reading further down on this this violation. I mean, there were two minors. The daughter, who was under 18 looking for hot sauce in the bar, and then the child being seen, and he's a child. He's running back and forth through the bar. Otherwise, excise wouldn't have seen him. That's my concern. And she's putting her license in jeopardy. Each drinking, two male subjects appearing under the age of 21, each drinking a 12-ounce bottle of Corona beer.
Now, those two were of age, but there was one who was not. Correct?
Right. It says the second male subject didn't have ID.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks like, so I was wrong. So there were two males drinking, not three.
Yeah.
One was 22, one was 18.
Okay.
And then there was the female looking for hot sauce behind the bar. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. That was completely my fault. I seen that she was talking to the officers, and I was eating on the family side, and I just went in to grab the hot sauce and got right back out.
So you know you can't do that.
Yeah.
Do you work at the restaurant?
No, I was just there eating.
Okay.
It sounds like y'all probably just comfortable because y'all own it, like bring the child in.
Yeah, your mom, yeah.
But you gotta remember
understand, yeah.
the laws, especially because excise will be back in, so you got to be careful because she will lose her license.
Que como estamos acostumbrados a estar así como en familia, pues a veces que se nos olvida que al pesar de todo es un negocio y pues no es legal.
Because when we get a complaint for serving minors, and then we go in and we see minors already being served, then that tells us that happens a lot.
Pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Okay. Well,
Was this their first violation?
Yes.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion. Motion to approve.
Can I amend that motion a 1 year?
You like to give them 1 year? Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
You're comfortable
approve
with
it, but with a 1 year.
All right, then there's, we'll strike Peter's motion. We'll make a motion for a 1-year renewal. It gives you 12 months to show that you can run this as a business, no matter if you're comfortable or not. Follow the law, and then you'll be back in here and you get right back into your 2-year cycles. Okay? You have 12 months to just do what you're supposed to do. Pretty easy. All right, so there's a motion for a 1-year renewal. I will second that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
The lady didn't make it back this year.
That should be the list of our cases today. Sir, you've been here the entire time. Would you stand up and tell us who you are and why you're here?
Yeah, maybe come to there, but
You might have had an automatic renewal. We'll take a look at that.
So you're a renewal, right? You're just renewing it? Yeah, so, you didn't have any violations, so we're gonna vote on all of those here in just a minute, okay? You don't
But you're
have to,
good.
so from now on, if you're renewing and you've not had any violations, you do not need to appear, okay? So you can go ahead and have a seat, or you're welcome to leave.
All right, and then we have a young lady in the black with the red. There you go.
Hi, I didn't have a time on the letter that I was sent to my home address. It was for 4810 West 34th Street. I wanted to...
What was the name?
It's
4810.
called Raton de Agua Sports Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
called it.
That was her.
Are you the owner?
No, I actually live, excuse me, right behind it.
And you want to remonstrate against it?
Yes.
Okay. They did not show up this morning, so they were continued until the July hearing, so it'll be July 5th, which is a Tuesday at 9:30.
Okay, in the same room?
Yes.
Okay, thank
But
you.
you might want to be here earlier. Just
Yes, I
because
will.
if we would have voted, they'd have been gone by now. So, the meeting starts at 9:30. It's a long meeting, but if you want to remonstrate, you need to be here and let us know at the beginning.
Thank you. Is there a certain time, like a list of how you guys hear or just at
The
9:30, however it goes?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You.
I was also here for Victory Field, which was a renewal
Without violation.
It'll be
I
automatic.
just wanted to make sure, we were on an extension, and I just wanted to make sure, especially this time of year, we didn't have an issue.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
No,
We're
they're good.
on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, and then we have two that are standing up. Well, actually, sir in the front, do you still have a question? Sir in the front, do you still? No, you're good? Okay. And then standing up, do you have a question?
Yes, I'm here actually for the same thing as hers.
Okay.
I'm,
Remonstrate?
we're the Baptist church behind the Mexican store, so we're near,
So same thing. The meeting will start at 9:30. They did not attend today. We now will ask them to attend, was that July 5th?
Tuesday, July 5th at
July 5th.
9:30.
At 9:30.
9:30.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
Thank you. All right, so with nothing else, we see Andre is not back, and it is time to call for the renewals without violations. So I make a motion to approve the renewals without violations. Is there a second?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then, is there any further business for this board today? Hearing none, seeing none, I make a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
So moved.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. This meeting is over.